Hey guys, it's Glenn from glenscarcollection.com, and today we're driving one of my favorite cars, the Mclaren 720S. And this car was provided by Mclaren of Bergen County. Call John at Mclaren of Bergen County for all your new and pre-owned McLaren needs. Support those that support us. Mclaren of Bergen County. Hey guys, before we go driving, let's look at the air intakes here. They're actually hidden on the 720S. On the 570S and the 650S, they're exposed. But what McLaren did is a second piece of skin here, essentially, to give the 720 this sleek look, which I love. Let's take a look at the trunk. The McLaren has a very deep trunk. I bet you I can fit my hockey bag in there. Now let's go inside and learn how to adjust the seats. Alright guys, only McLaren would think of this for seat adjustments. John, show me how to adjust my seat.
Right, so it's really confusing because we're sitting in a carbon fiber mono cage.
Yep.
The seat adjustments aren't on the door side, they're on the inside.
Oh, okay.
And you kind of get confused with what to do. And you have the entire user manual in this system here. So you
great.
go to user manual.
Yep.
Okay, that loads up. You go to before you drive.
Oh, wow.
Go into seats, and then if you just scroll down to electric seats,
yeah,
it gives you an idea and a visual picture of exactly what's on the side.
Oh, wow.
And it tells you exactly what to do.
And it's the shape of the seat, right?
Exactly.
So it's almost like how Mercedes does it on the door, kind of.
Absolutely. But because awesome. You can't see it, you don't really understand.
Right, now you got a visual.
Visual, you understand what you're pressing.
I'm all about the visual.
There you go.
All right. Enough talking, let's drive. Let me give you some stats on the car. So the 720S is the newest version of McLaren Super Series. So it replaced the 650S. It has in United States spec, it's 710 horsepower, 568 foot-pounds of torque. McLaren probably has the best dual clutch transmission in the business. It's a 7-speed. And this car, I believe, weighs about 200 pounds less than a comparable 650S, right?
That is correct. It actually is more comparable to the weight of the 675 LT.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Now, McLaren's very conservative with 0 to, holy crap. All right, my heart's pounding. McLaren is very conservative with 0 to 60 times. They rate this at like 2.9 seconds, but I think all the tests are way faster than that.
Way faster.
Yeah, and I think this is really as fast as a McLaren P1, right? Or very close?
Very close. I don't want to say it's as fast as a P1 yet.
Okay. Well, I may make it faster today.
There you go. All right. Let's do it.
At the configurator online, and they had I guess maybe different option packages. There was like a 720S, then there was like a sport one, a premium one.
Correct.
Is it just kind of like to guide you in your configurations?
Absolutely. Or? There's a 720 standard that starts at 285. Then you can get into the luxury mode, which gives you the upgraded leather.
Okay.
More silver and chrome pieces on the outside of the car. When you get to the 720 performance package, that's when you get into the full Alcantara interior. You get a stealth package. It makes everything on the outside black, like the door trim and the exhaust.
Nice.
Right. And then with the performance package, you get a couple carbon fiber standard options.
What I love about McLaren, and it's very obvious if you're a car guy, you're in this carbon fiber tub. And I think this new tub, you could probably explain it better than me, is more like a single piece, and it's like 30 or 40 pounds less than the 650.
It is a single piece of carbon fiber, but what they did is they took the technology from a P1, and instead of just having a carbon fiber mono cell, which is the tub, they turned it into a mono cage. So up here is actually connected to the tub of the car.
Oh wow.
By doing that, if you saw when we opened up the doors, the roof opened up with the door.
Right.
And it's a lot stronger, a lot lighter, and a lot better visibility because you don't have to have all the reinforcements in the back. So you have a 360-degree view anywhere you turn.
Yeah, the vision is incredible. I would say it's comparable to my NSX. The NSX was designed from the F-16 cockpit. There's no blind spots anywhere. You know, like say an air-cooled 911 is the same way.
Exactly.
And you can really see out of this car, which is important
because you're moving extremely fast.
What's the red line?
84.
Okay. I think I shifted that 7. Holy crap, is this car fast?
One of my favorites is the visible carbon fiber mono cage.
Oh yeah.
Where when you open up the doors, you see it, and on the sides of the windshield, you see the full tub.
And you can see, when you open the doors too, you can see it on the wheel wells.
Exactly.
You could, you know, if you spec it that way.
Right.
Now that brings up a good point. This is actually a 4-liter V8. The other McLarens were the 650 were 3.8.
The 570s, the 650, and the 675 LT were all a 3.8 liter V8 twin turbo.
Right.
In the 720, they went to a 4.0 liter twin turbo engine.
Right, so you have more horsepower, and the quarter mile is like 10.3 seconds.
They're saying 10.3.
Right?
That's definitely conservative. The 570 they rated 10.9.
Okay.
We brought a stock 570 to, well, I shouldn't say we, a client of mine brought a 570 10.275 at 135 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
And, you know, the most impressive of that stat is this is a rear-wheel drive car.
Absolutely.
So it's not like most supercars are all-wheel drive now, and that's how the car is launching. This is actually a rear-drive car that can do that.
Absolutely. And now, with all the downforce added to the 720S, I highly believe this car will break into the 9s.
This guy's beeping.
This guy's beeping. There you go.
Silence. Silence.
No comment.
Now this car is actually faster than a 488. So I reviewed Rob Ferretti's 488 Spider on my channel, and 0 to 124, and the reason why they do 0 to 124 is that's 0 to 200 kilometers. This car was half a second faster than a 488, which was an incredibly fast car. And you know, I'm probably one of the few people that have driven both, and this is faster. Like when I drove the 488, I said this is probably the fastest car I've ever driven. This is considerably faster than that.
To be fair, the 488 is a great car, but our 650 and our 675 LT are also faster than the 488. And it's a shame to say, but this car is faster than the 675 LT.
Is it really? Wow. Yeah, and that's a $400,000 car all day long.
Exactly.
You know?
And this car has more horsepower than the 675 LT. It is lighter than the 675 LT, and it has more downforce than the 675 LT.
Yeah. Now the downforce, I don't know about this compared to the 650S. I think it was what?
56% more downforce.
Yeah, I was going to say about 60, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and hopefully this will come out in the camera. This, what is it called? Glacier white?
This is a glacier white.
Yeah, the glacier white really pops in the sun. You could really see it. So hopefully that translates. And McLaren's the best dual clutch in the business.
Without a doubt.
I said that with the 570. I have a lot of seat time in 12Cs. I've rented them. I've been given them to do drives with, and just downshift to first automatically now.
When you come to a full stop.
Okay, full stop. Yeah, not a rolling stop. This car is 178 inches long, which is, you know, a typical car size.
Right.
I think my M2 is like 176, to give you an idea.
Is it really?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know
that. You know, I've always been like a big NA motor fan, you know, naturally aspirated, but these turbos are convincing. You know, like, no car could do what this car just did, right?
No way. No way. And everybody likes to talk about turbo lag.
Right.
There is no lag.
Yeah, did you see any turbo lag in this video? No.
None.
This is my route. All right, so we're going to make adjustments. All right, so shoot. That's the problem with New Jersey. It's summer is just road construction. That's where I usually do it. All right, we'll go back the other way.
Sure.
The power of this car is loosening my camera mount. That's how powerful this car is. Now I'm not even coming close to the 8,000 RPM red line, and that's how fast this car is. Now, does this have an ear brake like
yes, it
650?
does.
Okay,
yes,
so
it does.
the first time I ever drove, I rented a 12C once.
Right.
From Rob Ferretti from Gotham, and yeah, I was driving probably like this,
right.
And I went to the exit ramp and I hit the brakes, and that air brake came up, and like my eyes almost came out of my head. I couldn't believe how fast that car. And when you have a supercar like this is you know, McLaren Super Series, yeah, you really want fantastic brakes.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, do they all come with ceramic brakes, or are they an option?
They do. They do. All of our models come with ceramic brakes as a standard, except for the 570 GT.
Okay.
And that's more of a grand touring car, a daily car, which you're not going to need the ceramics on there.
Right. Ceramics are overkill for the street. I mean, they're worth their weight in gold for the track, but
absolutely.
But if it comes with it, I'll take it.
Yeah, 570S, 650, the LT, and the 720.
Beep saying slow down?
No, that beep is saying you're getting closer to the red line, and it's...
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Time to shift.
Well, then that shifts fast, because I shouldn't have looked down, but now does it give you the lights like a Formula One car?
It does not.
Okay. Oh, I can't give you everything, right?
Well, that view alone is...
Yeah, that view is amazing how this thing tilts. I think it's safe to say this is probably the best car I've driven.
You and I both.
I mean, I always said the 570 was my favorite car, even though I think the 12C was a little faster.
It has a little bit more horsepower.
Yep.
562 versus if you have the updated version, they brought that to 616.
Right. Yep. So McLaren, that's what's great about McLaren. So the 2012s had like in the high fives.
Correct.
And they actually tuned in 13 when they bumped up the horsepower. They gave the 12 owners the tune, right?
That's correct.
Which is great. I mean, who would do that? You know, exactly. McLaren. Yeah. Exactly. Now, go ahead.
I've got a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think about the exhaust in this car compared to previous cars?
Compared to the previous McLarens?
Yes.
Well, the previous McLarens had that window you could roll down, not the 570.
Well, if you had a Spider.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I drove. That's what I drove.
Okay.
So I would say that may have an advantage.
Okay.
Because you could just hear it. But the downside of that, what people don't know about lowering that window down, you smell fumes.
Oh, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So when you come to like a light, you're like, oh, I'm going to like pass out if I don't open the window. But the exhaust on this sounds great for a turbo car.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say it's got the Ferrari beat. Because the Ferrari 488 doesn't sound as good as the 458. And the reason why it doesn't is because it's a turbo instead of an NA motor. Right, so race mode puts it in that mode that we were just in.
Correct.
And now this is...
So right now we have handling in comfort mode and
right.
powertrain in sport. Now, if you turn any of those modes into track, for instance, now I just turned the powertrain to
right.
track, you get the track.
There we go. You can hear that turbo whoosh.
Yes.
And we're still driving in comfort mode, right?
Yes, the suspension is in comfort mode.
Okay.
And the powertrain is in track to get the full potential out of the engine and the throttle response.
Wow.
With all the comfort you need.
Yeah, so what's great about it, I guess, you don't, in track, you could be, you know, you can have your throttles setting one way, right? Your suspension setting one way.
Exactly.
So, excuse me, you don't have to press track and now it's hard as a rock, right? So you can get this screen and still be comfortable.
Exactly.
So if you're, you know, your wife or girlfriend's in the car, you know, it'll still be a comfortable ride. Right?
It'll be a comfortable ride, but the speed will be scary.
Right.
Now, the cars, you only have a way to turn it into either full comfort mode,
okay,
which is the suspension and the throttle.
Yeah.
Full race mode, which is the suspension and the throttle. Here, you have the option to do whatever you want.
Really, yeah, which is great. I mean, it's really fully adjustable. Now, who cares about gas mileage? But what would a car like this? It's always driving style, right? So, but the gas mileage, I think, is decent, right?
It is. You get 15 on the in city,
right?
22 on highway for a combined 18 miles per gallon.
Wow, I mean, this is really a supercar, right? So for a supercar, that really beats the Lamborghinis or the Ferraris.
Absolutely.
I mean, nobody's buying these cars for gas mileage.
Exactly, they're not.
If you wanted to,
it's good to know that you can get to destinations. Fun fact, you actually don't pay a gas guzzler's tax with McLarens.
Really?
That's right.
Oh, wow. Now, why is that? Because they have a higher, I guess out of the turbo, the gas mileage is probably pretty decent, right?
The smaller engine, 3.8 liter.
That's a new record for me on an exit ramp. we'll block out but the speed, but...
This is the fastest car I've ever driven.
Yeah, I could say I've driven a lot of fast cars, and this is the fastest. Now this still has an electronic suspension, right? It's still
This has the hydraulic suspension.
Okay.
A lot more updated. Our previous models only had one sensor in each corner.
Okay.
This now has 3 sensors in each corner to give you the quickest response, to help you adjust with roll, pitch and weave. It's ready to adjust however it needs to for you.
Wow. Now I just went into that turn, that 15-mile-an-hour turn at 50. I don't even have to touch the brakes.
There you go.
I just slowed down by me downshifting and obviously turning. And base price of this car is $285,000.
It starts at $285,000.
And the one we're driving now is equipped at what price?
Well, this one is highly spec'd at $393,000.
$393,000, but it probably has every single option. Right?
It does. It does. It has all the carbon fiber you could possibly get without getting into MSO.
Right. Now, explain to people what MSO is. It's McLaren Special Operations.
Yes,
right?
that's correct. That's McLaren Special Operations. Is basically how you can customize almost every single inch of this car. McLaren says there's absolutely nothing we can't do. Just come up with the idea, present it to us, and let us do it for you.
So if you want a certain color or certain stitching...
If you want the entire body of the car in carbon fiber, they'll do it for you.
Wow. That's amazing. Yeah. So you basically have an individual car just for you.
Exactly.
So you don't have to buy one off the shelf. If you want to order one, they'll make it exactly the way you want it.
Absolutely. Now, if you look at our colors as well, we have a wide variety of colors, but if there's something that you'd like to have a little different, you come up with the color, you present it to us, we'll send it to McLaren Special Operations, and they'll make it happen for you.
And what color is this car?
This one is a glacier white.
Okay.
Depending on the angles.
Yeah, I was going to say it's like a whitish or
correct. Correct. So it's not a solid pearl or a silica white. It's a glacier.
Okay.
Depending on the angle and the lighting, you can see white, you can see silver, or a hint of blue as well.
Now, what does this color cost? Is it it's an extra cost option?
Yes, this is our elite paint color.
Okay.
And this paint costs you close to $5,000.
Oh, wow. But it worth it, and you're probably one of the few that have it.
Absolutely.
Now, there's McLaren. What's great about McLaren, like Lamborghini, they have an amazing array of colors. So I almost think that Ferrari colors are boring. It's red, silver, white, yellow, black, it's Roy G. Biv colors. Where here, McLaren, you can get whatever color you want. They have some gorgeous blues. My favorite color is the Fistral blue. Well, what's the other blue that you have on that 570 GT?
The 570 GT, that has the Aurora blue.
Oh, okay, that's a gorgeous color too.
It is, and what's unique about that car is that color was not available on the Sport Series. So if you look at the window sticker on the 570 GT, it says MSO Defined Paint.
Oh, wow.
Because we had to contact McLaren Special Operations to request that color on that car.
Wow.
And what I did is I put red interior.
That's really striking.
Yeah, and if you want to look at it as either Superman or Spider-Man.
Ton of visibility. I love these carbon fiber mirrors too. I just noticed the side mirrors also.
Right.
Here's typical New Jersey drivers. Even the 12C is a rocket. As I was pulling into your dealership, one of the guys came out with a 12C,
right.
And like that car took off, like
the green one. Right?
Yeah, I don't think I could catch. Oops.
Yeah, that's okay.
I couldn't catch him in my 993 Turbo. I don't think. Okay, guys. So what did I think of the McLaren 720S? Well, it's definitely the fastest car I've driven to date, and you know what? It's my favorite car I've driven to date. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends so my channel can grow, and leave a positive comment below. See you next time.